The Minister of Tourism is often heard expressing the desire to see the Turks and Caicos become the Monte Carlo of the Caribbean. And News 4 spoke to someone who should know whether or not that plan is working. Vincent Vanderpool Wallace is the Secretary General of the Caribbean Tourist Organization, which promotes tourism in the region as a One Caribbean. Vanderpool Wallace was here during the environmental conference. Here's what he had to say.
Oh, I think extraordinarily well, and this is not just my opinion. I mean, you talk to the other leaders in this region and they see what's happening in Turks and Caicos. I mean, but, you know, by and large, without taking any thunder away from the leaders here in Turks and Caicos, I mean, they decided to do something that made a great deal of sense, took a lot of courage, but made a great deal of sense and seemed to be the option where you go after upscale visitors, so you're getting more spend per capita as opposed to going after mass tourists, because you simply cannot survive that. So it was a very bold and wise choice that they made in terms of moving things forward. And then there are other destinations who are looking to see if they can replicate that kind of performance.
The CTO, Secretary General, said in a market where each can boast pretty much the same wonderful elements, the Turks and Caicos did the audacious. And with flights booked out, room capacities at almost 100%, and an assertive marketing plan, these islands don't have to follow anyone else's pattern, according to the tourism executive.
The beauty of the Caribbean is exactly that each individual destination has the opportunity to create its own version of tourism. So we're not asking anybody to march lockstep in any single direction, except in terms of preserving the environment, of course. But as far as which markets they go after, we want to allow that to be the decision of the local population in terms of where they go to, and not requiring anybody to follow anybody else.
News 4 looked at statistics from the CTO on how the region is performing. And though the numbers for the TCI are not on this distinguished list, it is a revealing report. It showed that the Bahamas had an overall drop of 1.5% with 1.5 million stopovers. That Cuba had an overall drop of 4.5% with over 2.2 million stopovers. A growth of 7.4% for the Dominican Republic with nearly 4 million tourist arrivals. 2.5% growth for Haiti with just under 60,000 arrivals. A 1% drop for Trinidad and Tobago with 230,000 visitors, and Jamaica grew 13.5% with almost 1.7 million guests visiting its shores. The figures were obtained from the CTO's website and reflect 2006 statistics.